this pattern, you have to cast on a multiple of 16 plus 3 symmetry stitches plus 2 edge stitches. Now I have just a few stitches, but starting from row number 5, I'll have 37 stitches. That's to repeat and plus symmetry and edges. So let's start row number 1, knit the edge stitch, and then start the repeat. And it is slip 1 yarn over, knit 1. Slip 1 yarn over means slip 1 yarn with yarn over needle. So you go with the needle under the yarn and slip purlwise the stitch, and then knit 1. So under the yarn and then slip it purlwise and knit 1. And you repeat that until you have only 2 stitches left on the needle. Here they are, and you slip 1 yarn over and then slip 1 purlwise with yarn in front. So put the yarn in front and then slip purlwise the last edge stitch. After that, slide the stitches to the other end. That's why you have to use circular needles or double pointed needles to brioche. Then you pick up the second color yarn, you put the tails together, and we start row number 2. Slip purlwise the edge stitch, put the yarn in front, and we purl together the stitch and the yarn over from the previous row. That's a brioche purl. And then slip 1 yarn over, and that's the repeat for this row. Brioche purl, slip 1 yarn over. So as I said, brioche purl, that means you purl together the stitch and the yarn over, and then slip 1 yarn over, just like I showed you in row number 1. And you repeat that until you have 2 stitches left on your needles. And the stitch and the yarn over counts as 1 stitch in brioche, so that's my 2 stitches left on the needle. And I brioche purl and then slip purlwise with yarn in front the edge stitch. After that, we turn the work, pick up the first color yarn, and we start row number 3. Knit the edge stitch, and the repeat for this row is slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl. So you repeat that until you have only 2 stitches left on the needles. Slip 1 yarn over, brioche purl. And here are my 2 stitches left. Slip 1 yarn over and then slip the edge stitch purlwise with yarn in front. Now slide the stitches to the other end, pick up the second color yarn, and we start row number 4. Slip purlwise the edge stitch, and the repeat for this row is brioche knit, slip 1 yarn over. So brioche knit means you knit together the stitch and the yarn over from the previous row, and slip 1 yarn over means you slip the stitch with the yarn over needle. So again we repeat this until we have 2 stitches left on the needles. So here they are. Again, this is 1 stitch, the stitch and the yarn over. So we brioche knit, and only in row number 4 we have to slip the edge stitch purlwise with yarn in the back. So in the beginning, when we're knitting in color 1, we knit the stitch, in color 2 we slip it, and in the end it's always slip purlwise with yarn in front, except row number 4 when it's slip purlwise with yarn in the back. These are row number 1 to 4, and then I'll show you the first pattern row, number 5, and after each pattern row you have to repeat these rows 2, 3, and 4. Row number 5, and you will start row number 5 here the first time, and I will do it here after 2 repeats. Now I'm starting the 3rd repeat of the pattern, and you already can see the leaves, and it's easy to see that I have 2 repeats of the pattern. That's 1 and 2, and these are the 3 symmetry stitches, and then the edge stitches. Knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and now we have to brioche knit 4 columns. Columns, I mean these columns in brioche knit stitches in color 1 yarn. So brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, slip on yarn over, and here we have to do the increase, 2 stitches increase. So we brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. After that, slip on yarn over, and then we have to brioche knit 3 columns. Brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, and that's the end of the repeat. So since I have 2, I will do my 2nd repeat. Slip on yarn over, and as I said, brioche knit 4 columns. I'll just do it like this faster. So I have 3, 4. After that, slip on yarn over. Don't forget the slip on yarn overs in between the brioche knit, and then the increased brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and brioche knit 3 columns. 1, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, and that's the end of the 2nd repeat. So here are the 3 symmetry stitches. So we have a new leaf for symmetry. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and then slip purlwise with yarn in front, the edge stitch. So this was the first pattern row. After each pattern row you have to repeat rows 2, 3 and 4, and I already showed you how to knit them. Only when you have the increases there's a little bit of a difference on how to knit row number 2. So we start as usual, slip the edge stitch and start the repeat for row number 2, brioche purl, slip on yarn over, and you repeat that until you get to those increased stitches. And here they are. So we continue the repeat, slip on yarn over, and then instead of brioche purl, we just purl this 1 stitch, and again slip on yarn over. So from those 3 stitches that we had from 1 stitch, so the increase by 2 stitches, we do a slip on yarn over, then purl 1 stitch, and again slip on yarn over, and then continue the repeat for row number 2 as usual until we get to the other increase, and then do the same thing as I showed you. And so you have to finish a row number 2, then knit a row number 3 and 4, and I will show you the next pattern row. Row number 9, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and brioche knit 5 columns. 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, 4, slip on yarn over, 5, slip on yarn over, and actually in the last of these 2 increased stitches here we have to increase again, or you can count, or you can know that in this place you have to increase. So brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip the stitch, and then brioche knit 3 columns. So in my swatch you can see where the very clear where the repeat stops. So here's the entire leaf, and here's and it's the end of the repeat. So brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, and that's the end of the repeat. So you do it again if you have 2 repeats just like me, and then I'll show you the symmetry and the edge stitches. I knit the 2nd repeat, and now I have the symmetry stitches and the edge stitch, and I will knit it like this: slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, and the edge stitches, slip one purlwise with yarn in front. So after this row, as usual, knit rows 2, 3 and 4, and then we'll continue. Row number 13, knit the edge stitch, slip one yarn over, and here in this first column, that is a new leaf for me here, and we have to do a 4 stitches increase, and for that brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. So when you have 5 stitches, you can slip the stitch from the needle and continue. Slip one yarn over, and when you do it the first time, maybe you don't see, well, I'm sure you don't see it in this point, you just don't see the leaf, but here I already see it, so you have to decrease here and here in the beginning and the end of the leaf. But when you do the first time, you just have to know that you, after the increase and slip one yarn over, you do a left stand decrease, slip knitwise the brioche stitch, knit together the next 2 brioche stitches, and then pass over the first slip stitch, and we have a left stand decrease. After that, slip one yarn over and brioche knit 5 columns. So that's 1, slip one yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip one yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip one yarn over, brioche knit 4, slip one yarn over, brioche knit 5, slip one yarn over, and here's the end of the leaf. And here we do a right stand decrease, and for that slip knitwise the brioche stitch, knit the next brioche stitch, pass over the slip stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and that's it. And that's the end of the repeat. So increase, decrease, 5 brioche knit and decrease to the right. So after that, knit again the same thing, the second repeat, and then I'll show you how to end it. After the second repeat is finished, you have 4 stitches left on the needles, and we have to slip one yarn over, do again the 4 stitches increase here. As I said, that's a new leaf, so we have to increase here. Brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. Slip the stitch from the needle, slip one yarn over, and slip purlwise with yarn in front the edge stitch. As usual, knit rows 2, 3 and 4, and then we'll continue with the next pattern row. Row number 17, knit the edge stitch, slip one yarn over. Here in these 3 stitches that we increased from 1, we have to knit like this, brioche knit, slip one yarn over. In the central stitch we do a 2 stitches increase, so brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, then slip one yarn over and brioche knit again, slip one yarn over, and here we did the decrease and we continue. So we start with the left stand decrease, slip the stitch, brioche knit together the 2 stitches, pass over, and we have the left stand decrease. After that, slip one yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip one yarn over, 2, slip one yarn over, and 3. Slip one yarn over, and here we continue with the right stand decrease. So we have the previous one, and then from this stitch and the previous one we do again right stand decrease. So slip knitwise the brioche stitch, knit the next one, pass over, slip the stitch to the left needle and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and that's the end of the first repeat. After that, you do the second repeat. Slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, increase by 2 stitches, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over, left stand decrease. So it's the same thing, that's why I'm doing it faster. Slip one yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, that's 1, 2, and 3. Slip one yarn over and a right stand decrease to finish this repeat. And in the end we have the symmetry stitches. It's more than 3 now because we increased, so we have all of the stitches, and we do the same thing that we did in the beginning with this new leaf. Slip one yarn over, brioche knit, slip one yarn over. Here we do the increase by 2 stitches, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and slip provide with yarn in front the edge stitch. So after this row you knit rows 2, 3, and 4, and then I'll show you the next pattern row. Row number 21, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, and here we do the 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1 column, after that slip on yarn over, and here in this leaf that we're closing we have to do again a left slide decrease in this part, so slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit together 2 brioche stitches and pass over the slipped stitch. After that slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1 column, slip on yarn over, and here we do the right slide decrease. Slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit the next one, pass over the slipped stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and that's it. And this is the end of the first repeat, so now I will do the second one faster. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, left slide decrease, slip knit twice, brioche knit together 2 stitches and pass over the slip stitch, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, right slide decrease, pass over, slip to the left, pass over, slip to the right, slip on yarn over. That's the end of the second repeat, so if you have more you just do all of your repeats, and after that we do the symmetry stitches. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, so that's 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, and here we do the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, and the edge stitch, slip 1 per wide with yarn in front. So here's what we have, and you have to knit rows 2, 3, and 4 after that. Row number 25, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, and here we do the increase by 2 stitches, so brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and then we have to brioche knit 5 columns, so 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 5, and this is 1 repeat. Since I have 2, I'll do it again. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and then brioche knit 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the end of the second repeat. And now we do the symmetry stitches. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over. Here in the middle of this leaf, new leaf, we do 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, and 2, slip on yarn over, and slip the edge stitch per wide with yarn in front. So here we are, and then knit rows 2, 3, and 4 as usual. Row number 29, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, and here we do the 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. After that we have to brioche knit 2 columns, so slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, and here in these 3 columns we will do a 4 stitches decrease, and we will close this leaf. We will do the peak of the leaf. So we will need a stitch marker or a cable needle, slip knitwise the brioche stitch, and again knitwise the next stitch. After that, you have to slip purlwise to the stitch marker or cable needle the next stitch, leave it in front of the work, knit the next stitch on the left needle. After that, pass over the stitch from the right needle, slip the stitch to the left needle, pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and pass over the next stitch. After that, pick up the stitch from the stitch marker or cable needle to the left needle, slip the stitch from the right needle to the left needle, and pass over the stitch from the stitch marker, and slip the stitch to the right needle, and we have the 4 stitches decrease. And that's the end of the repeat. So I'll do it again. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, that's 1, 2, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, and again we do the 4 stitches decrease, slip knit twice, again knit twice, then purlwise to the stitch marker or cable needle, leave in front, knit the next stitch, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle, pass over, slip the stitch from the stitch marker to the left needle, then from the right needle to the left needle, and pass over, and slip the stitch to the right needle. That's the end of the repeat. And after that, we knit the symmetry stitches, and that's slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, that's 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over. Here we do the increase by 2 stitches, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and brioche knit these 2 columns that we have left. 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, and slip purlwise with yarn in front the edge stitch. So this is what we have at this point. Our peaks are pointy, and we have 3 leaves starting. So after this row you have to knit rows 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll continue with the next pattern row. Row number 33, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and now we have to brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over. Here we do the 2 stitches increase, so brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and after that we have to brioche knit 4 columns, so slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, and that's the end of the repeat. And I'll do it again. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, and here we do the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4 columns, that's 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, and 4. So that's the end of the second repeat, and here we have the symmetry stitches. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and slip on yarn over, and the 3 columns that we have left. Brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, and slip purlwise with yarn in front the edge stitch. So this is how it looks like right now, and after that, as usual, knit rows 2, 3, and 4. Row number 37, knit the edge stitch, and we start the first repeat, slip on yarn over, and brioche knit 4 columns. So that's 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, slip on yarn over, and now we have to do a 2 stitches increase, so brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and after that again 4 columns of brioche knit. So slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, and that's the end of the first repeat. And I'll do it again. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 4, that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Slip on yarn over, here we do the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and again 4 columns of brioche knit. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's the end of the second repeat. And now we have the symmetry stitches, and we do again 4 brioche knit columns before the increase. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now slip on yarn over, now the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and after that we have only 3 columns in the end of brioche knit. So that's 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, 3, slip on yarn over, and slip purlwise with yarn in front, the edge stitch. And after that knit rows 2, 3, and 4 as usual. Row number 41, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and now in these 2 columns we do a left slend decrease, so slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit together 2 brioche stitches, and pass over the first slip stitch. After that slip on yarn over, brioche knit 5 columns, so 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, 4, slip on yarn over, 5, slip on yarn over, and here in the end of this leaf we do a right slend decrease, so slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit the next one, pass over the slip stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle, and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and that's the right slend decrease. After that slip on yarn over, and here above the previous leaf we increase for the next one, so a 4 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and that's the end of the first repeat. After that slip on yarn over, left slend decrease, so that's the second repeat that I have in my swatch. After that brioche knit 5 columns, slip on yarn over in between, that's 3, 4, and 5. After that slip on yarn over, right slend decrease, slip knit twice, knit the next stitch, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle, slip on yarn over, 4 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and that's the end of the second repeat. And now I have to do the symmetry stitches. So that's slip on yarn over, left slend decrease, after that brioche knit 5 columns, so 1, 2, slip on yarn over in between, of course, 3, 4, and 5. Slip on yarn over, and here we do the right slend decrease, so slip knit twice, knit the next one, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, and slip to the right needle. After that slip on yarn over and slip purlwise with yarn in front, the edge stitch. And after this row, as usual, knit rows 2, 3, and 4. Row number 45, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and here we do again a left slend decrease, slip knit twice, knit together 2 stitches, and pass over the slipped stitch. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, and here we continue this right slend decrease, line. So slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit the next one, pass over the slipped stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, and after that slip on yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over and brioche knit, and this is the whole repeat. And now I'll do it again. Slip on yarn over, left slime decrease, slip on yarn over, 3 brioche knit columns, 2, and slip on yarn over in between as usual, and then a right slime decrease, slip knit twice, knit the next stitch, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1 column, slip on yarn over, 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over and brioche knit, and that's the end of the second repeat. And then we have the symmetry stitches, and it's slip on yarn over, left slime decrease, slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit together the next 2 brioche stitches, pass over the slipped stitch. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, and right slime decrease, slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit the next stitch, pass over, slip to the left needle, and pass over, slip to the right needle. After that, slip on yarn over and slip purlwise with yarn in front, the edge stitch. After that, as usual, knit rows 2, 3, and 4. Row number 49, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and we continue with the decreases here and here. We start with the left slime decrease, so slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit together 2 brioche stitches, pass over the slipped stitch. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, and here we do a right slime decrease, so slip knit twice the brioche stitch, knit the next one, pass over the slipped stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle and pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over. Here we do the increase, 2 stitches increase, so brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, and that's the end of the first repeat. After that, we do the second one, slip on yarn over, left slime decrease, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, the right slime decrease, after that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, and that's the end of the second repeat. And here we have the symmetry stitches, so slip on yarn over, and the left slime decrease, slip the knit twice the brioche stitch, knit together 2 brioche stitches, pass over the slipped stitch. After that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, and do the right slime decrease, slip knit twice, knit the next stitch, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle. After that, slip on yarn over and slip purlwise with yarn in front to the edge stitch. So after that, knit rows 2, 3, and 4, and we'll continue. Row number 53, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and we have to brioche knit 5 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, 4, slip on yarn over, 5, slip on yarn over, and here we do the 2 stitches increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, and after that we have to brioche knit 2 columns, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, and that's the first repeat. And then I'll do the second one that I have, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 5, that's 2, 3, slip on yarn over in between, 4 and 5. And after that, slip on yarn over, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over. Well, after the second, it's the end of the repeat, and then we do the symmetry stitches, and it's brioche knit 3 columns. So slip on yarn over, brioche knit 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3, slip on yarn over, and slip purlwise with yarn in front the edge stitch. And after this row, you knit rows 2, 3, and 4. Row number 57, knit the edge stitch, slip on yarn over, and here in these 3 columns we will do a 4 stitches decrease, just like we did in row number 29. Slip, knit twice the brioche stitch, again knit twice the next stitch, then we slip the central stitch to the stitch marker or cable needle, leave it in front, knit the next stitch, pass over the last slipped stitch, slip the stitch to the left needle, pass over the next brioche stitch, slip the stitch to the right needle, pass over the first slipped stitch. After that, slip the stitch from the stitch marker or cable needle to the left needle, and then from the right needle to the left needle, and pass over, and then slip the stitch to the right needle. So after the 4 stitches decrease, we slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over, and then we increase by 2 stitches, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, and in the end of the repeat, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2. So this is 1 repeat, and then the second one, slip on yarn over, slip knit twice, then slip purlwise to the stitch marker, leave it in front, knit, pass over, slip, pass over, slip, pass over, slip from the stitch marker, slip from the right needle, and then pass over and slip to the right needle. Slip on yarn over, brioche knit 3 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, sorry, I have a split here. After that, 2, slip on yarn over, 3, slip on yarn over. Here we do the increase, brioche knit, yarn over, brioche knit, slip on yarn over, brioche knit 2 columns, 1, slip on yarn over, 2, and that's the end of the repeat, the second repeat. And then we have the symmetry stitches, slip on yarn over, and the 4 stitches decrease. Slip, knit twice, again knit twice, then slip to the stitch marker, knit, pass over, slip to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle, pass over, slip from the stitch marker to the left needle, from the right needle to the left needle, pass over, slip to the right needle, and then in the end slip on yarn over and slip purlwise with yarn in front. So this was the last pattern row. That's how it looks. So after this row you need rows 2, 3, and 4, and after that you have to repeat the pattern from row number 5 to row number 60, and this is what you get in the end. And here's the other side.